Mark here, the Action Figure Atorium. Happy 2022, everybody. Recently I wanted to take some plexiglass scraps that I had recovered out of a dumpster, and sounds weird, I know, but you know, when you scrap and find and salvage things, you come up with a lot of cool extra pieces of art that you can use. And so out of this plexiglass, I wanted to make some action figure stands so I could pose some sports figures. Well, cutting plexiglass is actually quite difficult and requires a special kind of tool and takes kind of, you know, tenacity and, you know, sort of get up and go to just start hacking at a piece of plexiglass when someone has already come along and made a clear action figure stand already. Of course, I'm talking about this one that Bandai makes called the Stage Act Humanoid. And they come two to a pack, and they're about anywhere between $10 and $15 from toy stores to eBay. And I picked one up, and now I'm going to give you guys kind of what I feel is the inside scoop on these guys in terms of what they can do and what they cannot do. So everybody stick around. All right, so this is a stand that Bandai makes. It's called their Stage Act Humanoid. And if you are shopping for one of these, make sure that you see a picture of the actual box they are selling and not just a photo of the box, and make sure it says Bandai. Make sure it has a sticker on it. Those are two important things, otherwise you're going to get a bootleg. And the bootlegs, yes, oftentimes are extremely cheap. So let's go ahead and open this. I have, of course, taken the pieces out already, put them back in the box just so that I could do some quick assembly, make sure it's working and worthy to be discussed. They come in 2 plastic bags, and of course you need to assemble the pieces. This is my figure that we're going to be testing this out on. They do give instructions on how to build this, but I'm telling you folks, you don't really need the instructions. You can figure it out on your own. So in the package they give you 2 bases, 2 stems that fit into the bases. The way they fit in is there's a sort of moving kind of an elbow type joint that just secures into the one lone hole on it. Of course, the little peg on the top allows you to put the longer piece into it. And actually, let's swap it out. Of course, there is a little bit of taking pieces off the plastic to get the little kind of jaws that will clamp over the figure. It comes like this. As you can see, I've already opened this one and assembled it onto here like such. And it goes on top of there. And so this stand allows you to put a figure in it. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the quality of the stand. This stand is not what I would say a pleasure to work with. And what I mean by that is you don't just put a figure in it and it moves around and everything. There's work that goes involved with getting it secured onto a little grippy dooly. There is work getting it to balance. You have to compromise what you can do with this thing. And so when it comes time to posing these guys, the number one thing that's me working against you is how heavy the figure is. And regardless of what the package might say, you can really kind of only go up to about a 6-inch figure that is very sort of, I would say, lightweight. If you get some of the heavier, thicker guys, they're gonna collapse the stand, or you're gonna put them at such a way that the stand's really not doing much. Of course, this does not do the 12-inch kind of G.I. Joe figures. You could use this to secure a guy's leg. You could put stand a guy up and wrap this around their leg to keep them from falling over. That's kind of cool, and especially if there's two of them, a couple of guys or both legs. But if you're looking for, like, you know, I want to pose a ninja, I'm telling you, you got to use the lightest 6-inch characters, like a Marvel Legends 6-inch, like a female figure that doesn't have as much mass, like like a Black Widow or something. If you put something heavy, like a Ninja Turtle or something, it's gonna collapse it. So we're gonna put this NBA Heroes 6-inch figure on it, and he is at the cusp of being too heavy for these stands, but it does work. You can get him in the stand, you can float him in the air. Again, you just have to find the center of equilibrium, how far you need to rock this back to get him to stay. This is actually the reason why I got these stands, was for some NBA guys, because they make just the most fantastic poses in the air. And you can see that this is working. This is pretty cool. And once you have them there, you can kind of move them around a little bit. You can adjust the arms here and there. You can, you know, that sort of thing. Let's give us a little bit more of the height action here. There we go. So these do work, and they look pretty good. There's also another little piece that they give you that you can use instead of this, so that there's a hook to maybe put between the legs and then clamp down there for a little better security. Although it is, they only give you one, not two, and it's not necessary to use this, as I'm showing. But again, when you're using this, you cannot go totally ape. You cannot just put it wherever you want and stick the guy in and have him move. You have to gently kind of know the limits, because what's going to happen is it's going to fall over. Now, another thing that you're probably going to want to do is you're probably going to want to add some mass to the base. The base is only this big, right? And it can tip over. It can tip over real easy. So I may end up taking that plexiglass that I mentioned earlier and affixing it to the base modular, so that I can just sort of clamp this down into it, or drill into it, or have some kind of a thing that goes into it. Might be the way to go about doing this. But for the most part, these stands that come in, you get two of them in a pack, anywhere between 10 and 15 bucks. These stands absolutely do work, but don't think that this is going to cure all of your problems. It is not the best stand out there, and I wouldn't be surprised. We're gonna add a little hoop magic to this, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if I end up at some point taking a little bit of Elmer's glue, tacky glue that is, something that's not really meant to freeze this, but just kind of grease and gunk it up. And I wouldn't be surprised if, in tightening down some of the screws or some of the joints, that you end up adding a little bit of tacky glue to just keep it from just, you know, when it's worn out, from instantly sliding. So as you can see, this is, you can make all sorts of cool poses of the guy coming in on the dunk. You know, he can be partially grabbing the hoop, hanging from it, you know, stuff like that. You can really pull off some. Let me do another little adjust here. You can really pull off some cool shots with these stands right out of the gate. If you like doing ninja stuff, fighting stuff, you know, Jedi stuff, wizard stuff, people in the air, flying at each other, that kind of thing. Definitely going to want to pick up these inexpensive Bandai ones. I believe that they have one that is a step above this, that is a slightly different shaped base and maybe a little bigger, larger armature. I'm also going to look into what it takes to get bases and stands that might work for a 12-inch guy, but I think that those ultimately are just too heavy for a little kind of a stem stick thing that's coming up. You're really going to have to stick to 4-inch, 6-inch guys. I do have some 8-inch figures from NECA I could try in this, but I don't think that they're really going to be able to withstand this flimsy of a stand, right? I don't think that they're going to be the dog that hunts. So with that, I would like to say that the Bandai Stage Act Humanoid stands are in fact quite good, but they're lightweight. They're not durable, they're gonna slip, they're gonna break, they're gonna fall over. Not a joy to work with, but they do work. So with that, I'll catch everybody on the next one.